Hello, I'm Susan Elliott, editor of MusicalAmerica.com, and I am here with composer Christopher Rouse, who is our Composer of the Year for Musical America. Welcome and congratulations.
Thank you.
And one of the things that is discussed to some extent in the article, the profile about Christopher, is his desire to communicate with audiences. And Christopher came up at a time, he was training at a time when perhaps the avant-garde was not quite so interested in communicating with audiences.
That's probably a fair statement.
And so how did you get to the point where it was okay to write music that was
Well, you know,
communicative?
I never thought otherwise, so it wasn't really so much of an epiphany. It was, if anything, a determination during those years in the later 1960s when I was in conservatory to hold fast to that need to try to express something, to communicate, despite the fact that not everyone understood why on earth I would hold views such as that. But to me, the issue of the style has never really mattered terribly much. I think that music can be urgent and expressive and powerful, whether it's tonal or not tonal, whether it's very complicated or very simple. Those are, I think, more kind of red herrings. And I think a listener, not all listeners perhaps, but really attuned listeners can tell when they feel the composer is trying to say something to them beyond the purely cerebral. And I find that they can respond very positively, even with very dissonant, sometimes even astringent music, if they feel that expressive content is there.
That's interesting. So it's really, in some ways, it's all about integrity. It's all about honesty within the composer. The voice that the composer is speaking with is compelling to an audience because it has something to say.
One hopes. I mean, I have always, and I still believe that I do even now, when I listen to music, I think I listen to it in pretty much the same way that most people do.
Right.
I'm listening to have a meaningful experience,
Right.
Beyond the purely cerebral. And I don't listen to follow what is happening technically in a piece. I listen to be moved or excited.
Right.
And so I try to write music that I would like to listen to, and hope that because I'm a listener who isn't concerned only with very unusual esoteric issues, but is concerned with having the same kind of experiences that they are, that I'll be able to write music that I hope will be meaningful to them.
Do you listen to your own music?
I have to. I don't tend to make a habit of it. But,
Okay.
I do, particularly with newer pieces. I need to really listen to them when they've been performed and evaluate whether they're really awful or just okay.
That's interesting. Okay, well listen, I really appreciate your taking the time to talk with us, and
pleasure.
many congratulations.
Thanks so much.
Okay.